All right, guys. So I am continuing this video. I don't know if you get part one, part two, or whatever. So go back and look at the other part. I'm just going to start off where I was talking about. So me and my mom, we were discussing purpose and how purpose, just moving into purpose and so forth, and how sometimes it can be an emotional ordeal. And moving into, if you're doing anything new and stepping outside the box, it can really take a toll on you. So you really have to learn how to build yourself up. And so that's what I'm called to do, is to build people up. I build people up. I just been in a place where I've been allowed to be able to do that. I've been able to help people strengthen themselves. It's going through or trying to get to the next level. Even just needing conversation to be able to get to the next level. I've noticed that sometimes just a conversation is what some people need in order to be able to go. And so I have been afforded that authority and even that right to be able to do that. And I don't take it lightly. And I think that it's a great and awesome thing. So anyway, we were talking about that, and we were going on about how things were happening. And all of a sudden we went back to childhood, and we were talking about, wow, just how childhood can really reflect who you are. And so I was watching something the other day when they said the first 10 years of a child's life really will determine what type of emotions that they will project. And so that's really big for me, because that's kind of like my life's work. And I haven't even finished. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm really getting an understanding on how emotions and things of that nature can really, really, really get you to a place where you, how can I say, it can either be a make or a break. Okay. So if you're in the, zero, I guess, from the time you come into the world all the way up to 10 is really detrimental. So if you get this video, just know that if you have children, and I have a 10-year-old, and if you have children during those stages, you really need to nurture them. You really need to just really pray over them and pray over their emotions and pray over the things when they're going to school and just all those different things. It's so much. It's so much. You'd be surprised. And then they grow up and you're thinking that everything's okay because they've learned how to really put the mask on and put makeup on and all that other extra stuff. But anyway, so this is what ended up happening. So as we were speaking and we were talking about childhood, and I was going back to my childhood, and I was talking about perception and how, I was just talking about how rejection had a powerful thing on me years ago. And so we were going on, and I said, I was discussing how, my father, and I'm telling her about the live, and she stops and she says, well, I guess you can feel that way. She said, it's something I want to tell you. And I said, well, okay, Mom, what is it? And she says, well, the reason why you were not raised by your father is not because your father rejected you. It was because you were in a place where I was dating someone else, and your father and I had ended a relationship, and your father wanted to come around and take you places and do things, but my boyfriend at the time was kind of scaring him off or trying to, didn't want him to come around based on the fact that he thought that maybe you and him still had something going on. So I'm thinking to myself, what is she talking about? Okay. So basically what she's saying is that little piece of information was pretty much saying that he didn't blatantly just come out and say, no, I didn't want you as a child, or I didn't reject you. So that kind of changed the dynamic of the thought process that I had all these years. Now, have I matured and dealt with it? Of course. But as I sat there, I thought to myself, that one piece of information had me tell the story one way when in actuality, it was really another way. Now, going further, the rejection still was a result of that relationship not bonding, but the relationship that I thought with this man was severed because of him intentionally not wanting to be there. Like we see some other fathers just say, you know what, I'm denying the child's not mine, and so forth. then you change the dynamic when you say, no, I don't want to deal with this person. Or no, somebody just walks away from you because they're saying, it's just there's something about you that I just don't like anymore. Versus, I'm moving to California and I really have this awesome opportunity to be over here. That kind of switches the dynamic. So I just wanted to share that with you all, because I said, I got to talk about what is real. And so this became some information that I became aware of right after the live. And I thought to myself, I cannot go on and let that video stay the way it was without correcting it. So in actuality, it kind of changed the dynamic. But the only reason why I'm letting you in on this information, because I could have kept it to myself, but it ain't that serious. But the dynamics change when you perceive something in a different way. Now, had I already forgiven my father, of course, I can't live without forgiveness. But at the same time, it kind of pushed me to a place in my mind that said, all this time you believe one thing when actuality, from those years, from 1 to 10, I developed this thing that said that this man, or we can just use whatever we want, man or woman, did not want to raise me or be with me or whatever that thing. Well, going into womanhood, that changes the dynamics of everything that you do with all your relationships. Because either you can come to a place where you don't trust people, you deal with people really standoffish because you are afraid that they will reject you. So I just wanted to share that dynamic with you. I thought it was very powerful to understand that one little piece of information can really change the trajectory of your life. So understand that one small piece of information can change the trajectory of your life. So just make sure, and I mean, that's why you got to stay prayed up. Just make sure that, I always say this, is that we got to really learn how to get our emotions in check. And so that's a big one. So I'm going to be coming back probably not next week, because I'll still be doing some things with the family. But the week after that, I'll be back live. We're going to do a recap and just pull it all in, just to have a grand finale of Perception. And then we're going to be moving forward. I don't know what the next thing is going to be, but I know it's going to be powerful, because I really think that we're moving into the month of September, and some things are going to be really happening where you're going to be coming into the knowledge of having to deal with some of the things that I've been talking about. So if you have not dealt with them, you're going to come up to them to the point where if you are dealing with those inwardly and you do not have an awareness of them, they're getting ready to come to the forefront. You're getting ready to be able to deal with them. You're getting ready to be able to overcome them and put them behind you. And you're getting ready to be able to go to your next level, wherever that is for you. Whatever, work it on your level. I was always taught that. Work it on your level. So again, I am Frank Boots. I'm so glad that you guys hang out with me on Tuesdays. The people that come and watch the lives, I appreciate you. The people that have bought the books, people are buying the books and I'm still getting feedback. I praise God for it. I do not take any of it lightly. All of the people that came out to the book signing, it was in April, but I'm still just really in awe of the people that really showed up to support the cause. And a lot of people showed up because it was me, and I praise God for that. But I need the support for the cause, because I want women to be walking in healing, confidence, and freedom. No longer will we stand bound up, and on the inside, nobody knows what we're going through. We should be sisters. We should be sharing secrets, and I'm not to destroy one another. We should be sharing things, because they said the word of your testimony is what makes you free. And so it frees other people up when they can hear your testimony. And I got 50,000 of them. My mom probably would be like, you always got a number. I got a number for everything. I got 50,000 testimonies that I could share. But I thank God that I overcame every one of them with him. So again, we'll get back with each other probably week after next. We're going to sum up the perception piece. And I'm just so excited that you're rocking with me. And until next time, I will talk to you.